This is Redstone Fox, and today I will show you how to build this 4x4 vault door for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Unlike my design for Java Edition, this one is completely seamless and is a slight bit more complicated in appearance, but overall it's no more difficult to build. To build it, you will need 6 target blocks, 44 blocks for redstone stuff to go on, 26 redstone dust, 1 lever or any other source of input, 64 blocks that you will see on the outside, which is exactly enough to build the version I have behind me, you will see in a minute, 18 sticky pistons, 11 redstone torches, 10 repeaters, 2 comparators, 2 droppers, 2 observers, and 2 copper bulbs. So this is what the door looks like without all of the blocks covering it, like you see over there. And as I said a minute ago, it is kind of complicated in appearance, but 90% of what you see here is just repeater timings. And everything else is just moving the signal stuff to where it needs to be. So it's nowhere near as complicated as it looks. Anyway, to start building this, the first thing we will do is make the yellow part here, which will connect to these pistons. So to build this, you will need a 4 by 10 by 10 area. That is 4 deep, 10 wide, and 10 tall. So we will start right here, kind of right in the middle, with 4 blocks here, and one's going in like this. Above here, we'll have 4 sticky pistons, just like this. And then we will have redstone dust all along the top on this line, and repeaters set to 1 tick here, so just like that. That's it for this part. So before we start off the next part, we can add our lever in right here. And if you activate that, you can see that it'll extend those pistons. Now, to start off this part, it's pretty simple. So we'll have 2 more pistons, or I guess 4, right here, which will be a double piston extender, along with a block here with redstone dust on it, as well as coming down from it, another block here with a target block there, and another block here with a target block right here. Now, on this block here, we will have a redstone torch and redstone dust here. The reason I have the target block here is so it'll direct this redstone dust into the target block. Because if it was a normal block, it would just go this way and wouldn't do anything. Same goes for this one. Anyway, on this block, we will have a redstone torch here, and then coming out of this target block, 2 blocks, each with repeaters set to 3 ticks. Also, underneath this block, actually we will have another repeater, also set to 3 ticks, going into a block right here. Now, you can do the same thing on this side. So again, so we can start with this repeater. Put that there, along with the block on top. Now, what we'll do is sort of just the same thing, just like that. So, have, again, the blocks here, and here, and the target blocks in the same spots. Redstone torch there, redstone dust here, with a repeater there, and redstone dust here. Again, on this side, it's 2 blocks, repeater set to 3 ticks, and each of those will go into 2 blocks here. Now we can add the blocks on the floor, as we are now done with all of the bottom bit here. And with that, now we can turn this on, and we'll see what. Oh, don't forget that. Anyway, yeah, so that whole double piston extender should work. If not, just go back through and make sure you have everything placed correctly. Here, now we can go move on to the pink circuit. Okay, so before we get to the pink circuit, actually just realized that I forgot to add something right here. So you need redstone torches behind each of those target blocks, or else everything won't work past there. So if those aren't there, it'll just make it so everything up above will just completely not work. It just won't get power at all. Anyway, with that done, we can actually get to the pink circuit. Anyway, so to start that off, we will need a block above this redstone torch. Somehow they're not in my hotbar. Anyway, then we will put another torch above that. Coming up from there, we need another block here. Another one up above like this. On that block, we have redstone dust, and right here, another repeater set to 3 ticks. So, from there, we can actually place our pistons in now. Just like this, and like that. Last part of this, kind of half of the pink circuit, is we'll just put another block here with a repeater coming out just like that. Now what we can do is get a dropper facing up out of here. I guess really the direction it faces doesn't matter, but I just think it kind of blends in a lot better when it's facing either up or down. Anyway, from that dropper, we'll have a observer going up into a block, and from there we'll have 2 blocks here, glass here, and another block here like that. So coming out of that block, we'll have 1 repeater set to 2 ticks, and redstone dust wrapping around. Then we will have 1 more block here with another repeater coming out set to 1 tick. Now we can go and just do the same thing on the other side. So again, block here, redstone torch there, and then those other 2 blocks, repeater going into that block set to 3 ticks, and more redstone dust. Now from here, we can add our pistons in. What am I doing? Just like that. Okay. Now, from there, we can again add in our dropper and our observer and continue on. And before I forget, we will also add another block here with a repeater on it. Now from there, I have a block on the observer and some other same kind of blocks wrapping around, just like that. And that was the other way around. What am I doing? Yeah, so from there again, just repeater set to 2 ticks, redstone dust going around, and the other repeater set to 1 tick coming out. And now what we can do is we can go and add in the walls here. So yeah, now if we put that lever, the door should do that. Now for the green circuit, which is one of the simpler parts, just this. We get to use copper bulbs, which I really like because they're just a simple T flip-flop, which essentially just turns a short pulse into a long pulse, so just more, or I guess more accurately, a constant pulse. So anyway, from there, we'll have a block here, and the copper bulb here. Actually, before we do the rest of that, it'd be better if we had the whole thing here. That'll make doing this a lot easier. Guess aside from where the pistons are going to be, which is up here. Anyway, from here we will have our comparators coming out. I guess I'll add this here now. And those comparators will both be going into blocks like this of redstone dust in a line in front. And from there, we can add in all of our pistons. It would probably actually be easier to place those in if those were just temporary blocks. Just get our pistons in. And go put that redstone dust back. Now that should be it. Unless I forgot something again, which I did not. So yeah, that's it. Now we can just go add this other bit around. Just like that. And yeah, we're done. So on one of my last videos, I actually got a comment talking about wiring it up to other places. So if you're going to do that, depending on the pulse, you could use something like a observer and a repeater if it's something that takes a button for input, and just use redstone dust to go wherever you want. For this one, which is a long pulse, just like my last video, which is where that comment was, the person was asking about how to kind of wire it to a spot, the floor, or anywhere else. So all you really need to do for that is just have a redstone line going there, or having just something like a torch tower, or if it's Bedrock edition, just like glass going down, something like that. Or I guess no, torch tower won't really work, but if it's in Java edition, you could probably just kind of make a little staircase going down. Anyway, that's it for today. Hoping to probably get a couple other things out in the next couple weeks or so. And I'll see you in the next one. Also, one thing I will include, I will put a MC structure file for like structure blocks for this, as well as a world download in the description. And yeah, so now that's actually all I have, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.